In the 90s, Prophet Tupac, Deacon DMX, and me, Pastor K Ice, all wore a bald head wrapped in a bandana for just street fashion purposes only. We didn't wear it to represent any gangs. It was just part of our street fashion style. I was just a teen when I started wearing my bandana. And I'll be honest, I started wearing it because Tupac wore it. I looked up to Tupac as a teenager. I was only 19 years old when Prophet Tupac passed away in 1996. It would be really cool to see all three light warriors hanging out in the studio together. And with today's technology, I can easily make that happen. But that's another future project I have under my belt. Even though we've never hung out in the studio together, we did come across each other's paths before, but only one time in our lives. See, back in the year 1996, Prophet Tupac and Deacon DMX met in LA for a brief moment. They gave each other the head nod, what's up, how they go, as a greeting, And also, Suge Knight wanted to sign DMX and the whole Rough Ryder crew before DMX blew up. So, do you see how divine this mission is? Now, let me tell you how I met Deacon DMX. One night, me and my former rap group, One Love Family, performed at the same club that DMX performed at. We actually opened up for the show for DMX. So, after we performed, we stayed at the club to watch one of our favorite rappers perform, and it was lit. We didn't get to meet DMX at the show, but when we went to the after party at Club Cameo on South Beach, we saw DMX standing on the dance floor, chilling with just one other guy. That's how cool he is. My group and I was like, wow, DMX is so real. He's not chilling in VIP like the other celebs. He rather hang out with the people. So I told my friends, let's go say hi to DMX. But no one wanted to go. So I walked away and I went up to DMX, and we gave each other a cool handshake. And I introduced myself, but I said One Love Family. He didn't hear me. Couldn't hear me. He was like, what? And that's when I had to yell in his ear a little louder, One Love Family. And after hearing what I told him, he shook his head like, all right, cool. And then I walked away like a little happy kid. I was so happy. I was like 21, 22 when I met him, And DMX was like 28. So I looked up to him as like an older brother, So each warrior have met in person, but never got a chance to work together.